Chicago is a place of contradictions. Nelson Algren, one of our city's finest writers, described it as a town of big shots, while also that of one for the little guy. And those contradictions may be no more evident than in its crown jewel, downtown. A place, our place, that greets the world and is supposed to be open to all who seek it.
Chaos breaking out in downtown Chicago.
Hundreds of teenagers.
Mob of teens filled the streets, damaging the vehicles and businesses in the neighborhood.
For most of us, that sentiment is probably more aspirational. Just don't tell that to Jamal Cole.
A lot of students in Chicago have never been downtown. I know that sounds cliche, but they've never waited for a taxi. They've never been on an elevator. They see Lake Michigan and they say, what ocean is that?
Cole started the nonprofit, My Block, My Hood, My City, with the aim of exposing Chicago's underserved youth to opportunity and potential beyond their immediate surroundings.
I can't afford to take y'all to China, but I can take y'all to Hong Kong using these virtual reality goggles, right?
Wow.
The students in my program, they live in the most under-resourced communities in Chicago. Much like myself growing up, they feel excluded. They feel like downtown doesn't want them to come.
Damarian Span, a student in Jamal's after-school program, echoes that sentiment.
Many of my peers stay in the community because they feel that it's where they're more welcomed at. Downtown can be fun, but when they go downtown, they always get a look or they always get a side eye.
That experience isn't unique. Ray Legler is a community psychologist and assistant professor at National Louis University in downtown Chicago. He's spent decades studying the experiences of teens, just like Damarian.
People of color are often not welcome in a lot of spaces. That's been true for a couple hundred years now in the United States, for sure. Young people, especially young people of color, are often perceived as a threat by their mere existence in a space.
And we know that criminalizing the presence of Black and brown youth in our city's shared spaces only works to exacerbate tensions.
Well, there are fears there could be a repeat of the rowdiness that took over downtown last weekend.
Tonight, Streeterville residents, their aldermen and police discussing troubling trends.
When people see youth, they often think of teen trend.
Trends, or takeovers as some call them, are mass gatherings of teenagers that often result in property damage and physical altercations. And while Damarian doesn't feel like that portrayal of teens is accurate, he understands why some of his peers participate.
Sometimes I say they bogus or that's wrong, but I thought about it and now I say they making a statement. You can see the corner stores being abandoned, many schools being closed down, many community centers being closed down. So what they have to do is youth have to push themselves out of their communities to go somewhere where the investment and the money is being put. They're not doing it for no reason. They want to be noticed and they want to be heard about why we can't invest into our communities how we invest in downtown.
And where a need arises in Chicago, especially for its youth, you can often find Jamal Cole.
I know it sells papers and it gets clicks to be afraid when teenagers come downtown, but man, downtown represents opportunity. Downtown represents hope and access, and I think kids deserve access to downtown.
If y'all can hear me, let me get a yeah, yeah. Yeah! Thank y'all for coming early. We're gonna have a great day today. I would recommend spending your time trying to start to plan out your day. What you gonna see, where you gonna explore, get hype about it, and make sure you meet new people.
Jamal's idea was simple. Instead of telling teens to stay out, why not invite them in and provide structure for them to enjoy what belongs to them as much as anyone else? He called it Downtown Day.
I'm glad I chose to come here. I woke up at a good time.
17-year-old Patrick Blunt took part in last year's festivities.
It's a lot better than what people think.
It's a lot better.
They just put out most of like the dangerous and like the violence and all that. Yeah. This is real positive.
It's a day where the businesses will open up for youth and respect youth and make it a safe place for youth. And youth will feel welcome and invited downtown for the first time, and they can afford to actually have a slice of pizza, or they can afford to ride the Ferris wheel, or they can afford to go to a museum and see the attractions. They'll feel welcome downtown.
I've been down here before, but it's like my first time actually getting to experience it, type stuff. it's a lot better seeing this stuff out here. This is really nice. I like it.
And for teens like Patrick and Demarion, simply feeling welcome in a place that hasn't traditionally opened its arms to youth of color can have a butterfly effect on the rest of their lives.
If a young person at, say, 16 looks around and doesn't see a future for themselves, what's the point of staying in high school? And that would be a completely rational decision based on the information they have. And so it's our job as the adults, as the people who want to support our youth, to show them that there are these other opportunities. We want our young people to know what's out there for them. We don't want them to think that what they see and live on a day-to-day basis is necessarily their destiny, that there could be more for them.
And according to Demarion, Downtown Day is working just like that.
When you go to Downtown Day, you feel a sense of community. Someone is hearing us and someone has taken it into their hands. Now you can feel like we belong here. This city needs us. We are the future of this city. It's in our hands.
Cliche as it may sound, Jamal knows the youth are our future.
Downtown belongs to everybody, and I think that, we have to stop judging people by the color of their skin or what block they're from.
And if it were up to him, we'd all start acting like it.
I've seen it for the last 10 years, man. I'm telling you. I thought that I was starting a program to help youth, and they ended up helping me. I thought I was going to teach youth, they ended up teaching me. I thought I was going to inspire youth, and they ended up inspiring me. So just leave your heart open for some love, and I think that, that's God's work, man. I love it.